Hello, I'm Bob Widmansey. I'm your instructor for AGRI 632. I am a emeritus professor in the Department of Ecosystem Science and Sustainability at Colorado State University. Emeritus means I'm retired. In this little video clip, I want to bring your attention to my official academic pedigree, which you have a link on this page to that particular piece of paper. Also, you can read in the description above this clip the kind of passions that I currently have and the things I do, and in this sort of semi-retirement state, I do actually do some other things. What I want to do here, though, is tell you a little bit about how I became an ecologist. I grew up on a farm south of Albuquerque, New Mexico, starting in about, well, it was when I was 4 years old. My family moved to this farm. It was just before the end of the Second World War, and the area was really somewhere between poor and desperately poor. But we had this small farm which we tried to manage and make a little bit of money. Never worked. Had a dairy farm, had beef cows, had various crops, none of which worked very well, largely because there was the famous drought of the 1950s. Most people think of the drought of the 30s and the Dust Bowl. Well, I'll guarantee you that in the Southwest, the drought of the 50s was every bit as bad. That made a lasting impression on me, as did the reality that when my brother and I weren't in the house sleeping or eating, we were outside. We were either working or we were riding our horses or going hunting, going fishing, whatever we could do to be outside. That was life. That wasn't ecology. I'm an ecosystem scientist now, but back in those days, the concept hadn't even been a nudge on the academic scene. Grew up on the farm and went to the University of New Mexico, not New Mexico State, which was the ag school, but the University of New Mexico. And for 3 or 4 years, I had learned that partying was really fun. And so I didn't make much academic progress. I was asked to take a year off from the university and get my head straightened out, which I did. Got married in the meantime, came back to the university, and about that time realized that, yes, my major in biology was important, but I read a couple of books which today would be ecology books. They weren't called that at the time, but that's what they would be now. And at that point, I was hooked. I was guaranteed to be an ecologist. At that point, I went on, got my bachelor's degree in botany and my master's degree in plant ecology, and then later on my PhD in systems ecology and soils. So the part of my official resume that doesn't appear in that resume is the part of how I got